you can't do miracles like that.
No. We good on that though. No.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
She will kill me though.
Yeah. Well, have you announced it on here? You mean?
Oh yeah, that too. No, relajando family. Like
estamos
relajando.
Todavía
Yeah,
no
no.
serio. So you got rest
Yes.
and you got sick.
And I got sick.
And
I feel like, I think it always happen. Like every time that I rest, like a good rest, my body kind of like get into that mode that like it slowed down and put the guards down. Like, okay, well, I'm good. Let me relax.
Yeah.
As soon as that happened, it's just like red alert.
The same thing for whatever reason happens to me. I don't know if because you're like go.
Yeah.
Right. And so when you slow down, it's almost like if your whole immune system and everything's like does the same thing. Right, because you're working and you're stressing and whatever the case may be. So I don't know if like I'm gonna have to look up because I'm going in a couple of weeks. So I'm gonna have to look up like a receta of maybe vitamins or something to take either on the cruise before and on to see if I can combat this. Does that happen to anybody? Any of you guys when you go on vacation, you come back and it's like, it's a great vacation.
I know, like
with the iPhone things in your nose and.
Bruh.
Needing a hospital and stuff like that. I don't know. But
yeah, that I don't know. That's weird though.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah. Well, I got a serious question for you because Jesus used to rest a lot in the Bible, right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Do you he never talks about it, but do you think he ever got sick?
I mean, he was a human though.
Like when he was like laying hands on people.
That's a good question, though.
Like that.
They never talk about it.
I mean, I don't know. It's just random.
They never talk about it,
some
but
of my random thoughts. You know what I mean?
But I mean, he was a human, though. He was a
human
dealing with a lot of stuff. I mean, he spit on this guy and put his hands on this guy's lips.
What?
Eh?
He did what?
Like spit. Like, yeah. Like, and then rub it in like this guy's face.
You mean Mike Todd or Jesus?
No. Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
Jesus did that. Yes, he did.
Yeah,
yes, he did. Yeah,
it's been a couple of pastors that like do that noise. They make that noise. I really thought that he was gonna like, my God.
I would have been all for it as long as it wasn't me. You know what I mean?
Bro.
Listen, not everybody could have walked with Jesus. That's when I've come to that determination.
I mean, yeah.
People are like, oh, if somebody were to spit, that'd be disgusting. I will walk out of church. Well, could you have walked with Jesus then?
You see, that's the thing. Like we talk about, because that's the thing. Like God is a creative God. A creative God. And then we complain that we don't see miracles anymore. But then when we see one, we want to like point.
Disgusting.
Yeah, we want to point every little,
Crazy.
like, oh, well, it wasn't done this way. Hello, gloves, or you know what I'm saying, like, and things like that. I'm like,
right. Well, it's the same way when him and the disciples were eating and they hadn't washed their hands because they were just hungry. You ever like been working on the car? Somebody brings you a slice of pizza.
Oh, you
or working on
straight
something,
up like that.
You're like,
straight up.
I'm hungry, bro. Like,
yeah.
What do you mean? Can you wash your hands, please? Like, no, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
Right, and a little bit of motor oil is not gonna kill me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not chugging the bottle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? No, because he talks to it was the Pharisees, and the Pharisees are telling him like, because they were very, very clean people, right? And everything was about physical cleanliness, right?
Yeah.
It's like the people with leprosy. The people with leprosy were dirty. They were nasty. They didn't want them close.
Yeah.
So they wanted everything clean. Everything had to be clean, presentably clean.
Right.
And so he's talking to them, and he's and they're like, oh, well, you guys eat and you guys don't wash your hands.
Mm-hmm.
And so Jesus is like, well, I eat, right? And what I eat goes out. Like it comes in,
yeah,
and it goes out, right? And he's what he then goes on to say is de la abundancia del corazón habla la boca, right? So it's more important when I'm feeding my soul,
right? So it doesn't matter like if he goes in clean, anyways, it's gonna go out.
What comes in goes out
dirty.
But what's staying on the inside when it comes out?
Yeah, how it comes out,
right? What am I feeding that to then produce out?
So if it's gonna come out dirty, like just might as well keep your hands dirty though. Like,
right. You know, because they were being hypocritical. You know, because he was, they wanted to catch him in something, and you know, you're not clean, you're not this and that. And you said something interesting because you said, people talk about why doesn't, why don't miracles occur anymore?
Yeah.
Well, because if miracles occurred, would we even believe? We're talking about Jesus spitting on the floor. We're talking about what Pastor was talking about, right? The verse in Mark when he spits and then touches the guy's tongue with his spit.
Yeah.
Would people even believe, or would that just be written off as, bro, you're nasty? You disgust. That guy is crazy.
Right. I mean, you see on that one, and it's something that is being kind of like pounding in my head and in my heart is how do I put this? Have you seen like when, for example, like when you have like a good relationship, right? And let's say, for example, like when you were like, I don't know, like 13 and you saw this girl and all you wanted to do is just be with that girl, like all the time, 24/7, like at school, after school. Then when you home, like call her on the phone and stuff like that, 24/7, like that's your life. It gets to a point that that's all you're getting. So you won't miss it.
Yeah.
You won't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you now it's like, it's normal.
So it becomes casual.
It exactly becomes casual. Like it won't create back again the butterflies, in you when you see her.
Right.
It won't be that need when you wake up, like, oh man, let me see how she's doing. Yeah. And things like that. So I kind of like relate that with, our relationship with God. I'm not saying don't have it, right? But I feel like if we like super extremistas when it comes to things of like, spiritual things, we won't give room to that, portion of it. Like, let's say, for example, if we extremist, that's a word? Extremista?
Or extremist.
Extremist when it comes to miracles, right? And I know churches like that. And it's just like, oh, miracle, 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 miracle.
Well, that's all they're focused on.
So when they see a miracle, they don't appreciate, the power of God in that aspect. Because it's just, and they make us look like natural. Like, oh, like we spiritual beings. We should be walking on that. And I'm not saying no. But what I'm saying is like, you have to give room for God, to be God.
Yeah.
But if we're doing it constantly, and like I'm saying, I'm not saying that is bad, right? To perform miracles, to leave, see those things. But we have to leave room for God to be God.
Yeah.
But if we constantly seeing that, we're never gonna be like, wow. We never gonna, like, there's never gonna be the wow effect on us from God.
So you think we would get used to miracles?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We will get used to miracles, and little by little, and I'm not judging or saying anything, but then that relationship with the Father is not going to be the same. Well, now it becomes a religion.
Well, I got a question, because you have people that don't even look for miracles.
Right.
They don't even seek or even necessarily, I dare to say, believe in miracles.
Right.
Right. So if God were to perform a miracle in front of a multitude of people in this day and age, using somebody, using you, me, pastor, my parents,
anybody,
whoever. You pick a minister, pick a believer.
Right.
God were to do a miracle. Right. Let's say people believe. Let's just take it there to where their faith believed. Well, right, because there's got to be faith in order for miracles to occur.
Right.
Right. There was a place in the Bible where it says that Jesus, right, couldn't perform miracles because of their lack of belief, their unbelief. Right. So let's say at least you have the recipe of faith, and now a miracle occurs. Right. Everything's so social media nowadays.
Exactly.
Right? Let's say that a miracle occurred. Let's say that a blind man can now see. Let's take it further, because this is visual, right? The blind man can see, but we don't know that, right? Because we're not the blind man. So a paralyzed person gets up and walks, and everybody knows that person's paralyzed.
Okay.
Right. In this day and age, with all these distractions and with all the social media, even with videos and stuff like that, if people witnessed the miracle, would they even spread the news? Other than social media, I'm talking about would they actually witness and testify of what they saw?
I mean, based on society right now, I don't think so. I think they're just going to keep it to themselves, analyze it, and then go back again to this little thing and question what they saw, whether it's true or no. See, I feel like we nowadays we don't have that like, oh, I saw a miracle. Let me go and tell people what I just saw and where it was, and then bring them here. Yeah. You know, like
because and it's sad, right? Because you read the Bible and like we heard the preaching and stuff like that, and that stuff intrigues me because we no longer, when Jesus was walking, that's what he was doing. He was doing miracles.
Yeah.
He was healing people. He was lifting people up, right? People would go to him because they would hear of a miracle. And it's like, when he would say, hey, don't talk about it. Don't share it. That was when people would most do it. It's like telling a kid, don't do that.
Right.
And then when the kid goes, what are they going to do? Oh, well, he said, don't do that. Well, I'm going to do that. Yep. And so people would spread the gospel.
Right.
Right. You got people, and you've said it before, that live in their neighborhood and their neighbors don't even know they're Christian. Or they never even preach the gospel to their neighbors. So we say we want miracles. God does a miracle. Question from Alejandro folks and for you, and I think it's a very serious question. Are you even going to spread the news? Are you even going to talk about it? Are you even going to declare the work of God?
It's like I said, like I feel like this generation won't do it though. Like it will be all here.
Right. And
like I'm pretty sure
this is not enough.
And
because all this is a scroll. TikTok, you see a video? Next. All it is a scroll because we're so distracted. So sometimes we don't even understand or even appreciate what we're looking at.
Well, I mean, yeah, maybe. I wouldn't say like maybe, not everybody, but like even
for the most part.
Even evangelistic people, like they don't use this platform for the correct things. And I'm pointing now to like Christian people, the Christian community. Like I've seen like people go head to head in social media, just arguing about like dumb things.
Well, because people will take a platform like what we have here, and people would just go and
what I'm saying, like
the first clip of somebody making a mistake, like the whole Pagani situation, right?
Yeah,
and we'll expose, and we'll make we'll profit. Let's just say we'll profit over somebody else's mistake.
I mean, on that one, I think like he posted the same video and then he realized like, oops, I messed up, like.
But that's what people are using these platforms for, not for edification, not two guys just talking about life.
And that's my thing, like
Christian guys walking through life. No,
and that's what I'm saying. Like it's just like I feel like even though like if they see miracles right now, the portion of like, oh, let me tell the world what just happened. It's more like, man, I didn't get to record it. Right. I would have got like so many views. Right. Yeah, it's going to get exposed, but not with the right intentions.
Well, no. And then the thing is, people are going to look at it and they're going to wonder, is that even real? Because they weren't there and they don't know the story.
Right.
It's better if you tell me the story, if you tell me the facts, right?
It's more like
if I talk to you,
credible, like
right. And hey, bro, here's my doctor's report.
Yeah.
Like this is what the doctor literally told me. This is what science said. And this is where I'm at.
You see that now that you're saying that it gets in my head. Like when people, it's the same thing. Like, have you encountered people that have like wounds, like surgeries?
Yeah, scars and all.
Scars, and they always want to show them to you.
Yeah.
Like even though like when you say like no, I don't want to see them,
right.
They still show them to them,
right.
Like with pride, like
yeah.
So I feel like
that's what they went through. That's what they lived.
Exactly. So it's like, but in order, like you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yeah, I saw the miracle, but if I don't believe,
right,
there's nothing for me to tell you. Like, why would I tell you?
Right.
Like, like, yeah, whatever. A guy like got up and walked.
Right.
Yeah, whatever. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if I believe and I see that,
right.
Oh, I guarantee you, I'm gonna go everywhere.
Right. That's how it should be.
You know what I'm saying? But
that's how it should be.
But this is the thing, like and we talk about this, and we in the cycle of like the light, the microwave, gospel.
Yeah.
Everything is super light. Everything is like, everything is love.
You
be fine.
I fill myself up on Sunday.
Gratitude and, let's, all this and blah, blah, blah. You be fine, like acceptance and all that.
It's gonna be all right, like that song we heard today, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be all right. I'll be all right.
So it's like.
Whatever that was.
Like for me, it's like it's not like that in menos en estos tiempos. You know what I'm saying? Like God is a God of love, but when you actually like break down the love of a father, it's not the same as the love of a mother.
Mm-hmm.
The love of a mother is the love of, come here.
Yeah.
Everything is gonna be okay, and you do it again. And they're like, oh, it's okay, baby.
Yeah.
Mommy still love you.
Yeah.
And you go and do it and do it again and do it again and do it again. And your mom is still going to be there.
Yeah.
And mommy is still going to think that you're the best kid ever.
Right.
But wait until dad gets home.
Mm-hmm.
Dad loves you.
Yeah.
But he's going to correct you.
Right.
He's not going to say like, oh, it's okay. Next time. No, he said like, dude. You know better than this.
Right.
You're already like 20 years old.
Yeah.
I have told you like how to do it.
Right.
Enough is enough. Don't do it again. But now like we get confused with that. We think, God, but when you tell people that God is like that, they get offended.
Yeah.
They look at you differently because we so used to now. And that's one of the things that I feel like Pagani, even though like the way that he said it, he was completely like, like, yeah, no. Thank God you retracted yourself and apologized and stuff like that. Right. But
which is hard for people to do with a platform. I'm just gonna say that.
I mean, yeah.
So I give it to him.
Oh yeah, but like on that one, it is true. We have we have put it on the side like the things that like, correction.
Yeah.
The thing that hurts.
Yeah.
That all those things, and we just like preaching like. Jesus revolution.
Right.
It's all love. It's all peace. You be fine. Love us. God accept everybody. And that was one of the things that I caught on that. Like when he said like, like we can be Christians and gay because God will accept everybody.
Yeah.
And it's true. Jesus is love. He will accept everybody else.
Yeah.
But now it's a big difference for me to accept you. Right.
Right.
Then now give you the keys of the house, and give you the address of the house,
right? Well, and there's a criteria.
You know what I'm saying, and have a space for you in the house. Yeah. I accept you, but then okay, you want to walk with me,
right?
Okay,
right.
Now,
well, and that's where the deny yourself part comes in, right? Because it's easy for me to go, show up, do whatever. Right?
Yeah.
Whether it be homosexuality, whether it be addiction, whether it be whatever the case may be. But now when I get there, what am I? Am I denying myself?
Yeah.
Because if I'm not denying myself, then am I really a follower?
Exactly.
That's where that divide comes from, right? That's where that judgment part comes from. That's where you draw the line and say, okay, are you here or are you here?
Right.
Do you believe or you don't believe?
But and that's the magic
thing.
And that's the magic thing. Like it's like, and that's one of the other things that I've been in my head. Like I was telling you about the circle and all these things. Is if the more I open my circle, the more opportunity and chances I'm giving to the world to get to meet Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But if I close it, and I'm the one putting like limitations, because I get it. We have to protect ourselves. We have to protect our faith. And things like that. But when the line gets thinner,
right?
We never try to like, think on that. It's just like, oh no, I'm Christian, so I cannot hang out with you.
Yeah.
Because you're not Christian.
Right.
You smoke or you do this or you do that. And I feel like on a sense that's wrong. Because now I'm limiting to whom I give access.
Right.
To the kingdom.
Right. On that note, hold that thought.
Okay.
Because we're running low on time for this episode.
Oh no!
Yes. Yeah, we've just been flowing.
Come on.
Yeah, man, you gotta learn to stay on script, man.
I'm sorry. It's just like I don't have like the manager anymore.
Stay on script.
Like
there really is none. Hello, family. Thanks so much for tuning into this episode. We will continue this conversation for sure. Make sure you like our page. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe and share. And don't forget, I'm Joey.
Gio.
Y estamos siempre
relajando.
En serio.
En serio.
Until next time.